And here we have to discuss more about the atoms and molecules. The second is molecule. What is a molecule? Molecule is a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bonded together. Molecule means group of atoms or group of more atoms. That is a general definition of molecule. Examples: H2O2, CH4, NH2, NH3, CO2, etc. Okay, what is atomicity? The number of atoms constituting a molecule is known as its atomicity. Atomicity means how many number of atoms are needed to form a molecule, are needed to form its molecule. Here, oxygen, two atoms of oxygen combine to form a molecule of oxygen. Oxygen is atom, but O2 is a molecule. Here, O3, ozone, is triatomic. Three oxygen atoms are needed to form ozone. So, ozone is a molecule, oxygen is an atom. Argon. Argon is an atom and also it exists as a monoatomic molecule. Is also a molecule. Helium is also a molecule. H2. H is an atom, H2 is a molecule. Then H2 is diatomic molecule. N2. Nitrogen is atom, N2 is molecule. Cl2 is atom, Cl2 is molecule, Cl is atom. Is diatomic atom. P4. Phosphorus is tetraatomic. Four phosphorus atom is needed to form a molecule. Okay, so a molecule means a group of atoms. We can also find the molecule from compounds. H is atom, oxygen is another atom, H2O is a molecule, NH3 is a molecule, CO2 is a molecule. So molecule means group of atoms. Okay, here another question: what is ion? Ion, what is ion? We discussed about molecule, but what is ion? It is a charged species. Okay, the charged species in a compound is called ion. The negatively charged ion is called anion, small, as that means negative. Negatively charged ion is called anion, and the positively charged ion is called cation. Okay, positive, cation, negative, anion. Okay, so NaCl, for NaCl, Na plus cation, Cl minus is anion. For any compound, we can split it into two sides. First is positive and the second is negative. The second is anion, first is cation. Charged species of a compound. Okay. So, examples for ionic compounds: NaCl, sodium chloride, magnesium sulfate, calcium oxides are examples for ionic compounds. Ionic compounds formed by sharing of electrons, that is why they form charged species. Okay, so you have to study these examples and what is anion, what is cation, what is ion. Then one more question: what is valency of an element? Valency. Valency is determining the number of electrons in the valence shell. The combining power of an element is known as the valency. So let us check with the sodium. Sodium, Na. The atomic number of sodium is 11. Okay, the atomic number of sodium is 11. So the electronic configuration is 281. 281. It is the electronic configuration of sodium. That means the representation of these 11 electrons is by 2 electrons in the first shell, 8 electrons in the second shell, 1 electron in the outermost shell. So in the outermost shell there is only 1 electron. In the inner shells, in the shells there are 8 electrons, and there is one more shell, is K shell, L shell, M shell. So in these 3 shells, first shell containing only 2 electrons, second shell containing 8 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons, and in the last shell there is only 1 electron. So total 1, 2, then 8, 10, 11. So the 11 electrons are arranged in the shells of this sodium. Then we only need the valence shell. So rub the other shells. Okay, there is only the valence shell. It contains only one electron. So if this sodium atom lost this electron, then it exists as positive ion. When this negatively charged electron is removed, it exists as a positive. So when an atom loses an electron, it becomes positively charged. That charged element is represented as Na plus. Na plus. So Na plus is an ion, and 1 is the valency. You can say that valence is 1. It is the combining power of that element. 1 plus is the combining power of sodium. So that combining power is represented here. You have to study these things. Na plus, sodium plus, Ag plus, Mg2 plus, Ca2 plus, Zn2 plus, Fe2 plus, Cu2 plus, I3 plus, Fe3 plus, H plus, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus, 2 minus, sulfate. If sulfate S2 minus, nitrate 3 minus, ammonia NH4 minus, hydroxide OH, OH minus, nitrate NO3 minus, then hydrogen carbonate H3 CO3 minus, carbonate 2 CO3 2 minus, sulfate SO3 2 minus, sulfate SO4 2 minus, then phosphate PO4 3 minus. This table should study. It will help you to write the chemical formula of the compounds. Okay, so study it.